Mr. Mayor, we live.
All right, thank you for that, Mark. So today is April 19th, 2023. The time is 7:04 p.m. and I'm calling to order the Baldwin Park City Council regular meeting. I'm going to ask Pastor Flores and Pastor Jackson if you can lead us in an invocation. And at this point, if you're able to stand, please do so.
Thank you, Mayor and Council and everyone here. Let us go before the Lord. Vamos a orar. Gracias, Señor. Tú eres grande. Tú eres todopoderoso. Tú has mi pastor, ni nada me faltará. God, I thank you that you're the God that is all powerful, all wise, all present, and here with us today. We ask for your leading, Father, on our city council, our mayor. Thank you for our citizens and those that are interested in serving that are here today, Lord. We ask for your blessing on the city and upon our deliberations and conversations today.
Heavenly Father, we can do nothing without you, so to acknowledge you in all of our ways, and you would direct our path, Lord. Baldwin Park is looking for your divine direction under the headship of our mayor, city council, and all of those that are working hand in hand with him to make this a great city. Lord God, we lift up our police department and also those that have fallen, Lord. Put your hedge of protection around about them, Lord, as they're rolling the city and doing what they need to do to keep them safe and sound, that they may go home to their families, Lord, after their duty. Same with the fire department, Father God. Put your hedge of protection around about them, Lord. Our school district needs your help, Lord God. Many children have fallen aside, Lord, through a drug and through gangs. But Lord, that's minor part of the success that the school is having. But Lord, we're asking you also in touching our businesses, Lord, that the businesses will prosper in these days, Father, and that we need unity. We need unity in our homes. We need unity in our churches. We need unity on our jobs. We need unity here in our city and in our city hall, Lord. And so we just asking you and thanking you for blessing the city. In the name of the Lord we pray, amen. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, City Clerk, can I have a roll call, please?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Mayor Estrada.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Here.
Councilmember Avila.
Here.
Councilmember Ayala.
Here.
Councilmember Damian.
Here. Thank you for that, City Clerk. City Attorney, is there anything to report out from closed session?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Earlier tonight, City Council held a special meeting where it discussed its closed session items. All members were present except for Councilmember Avila and Garcia. There were a few items on tonight's agenda. The first related to conference with legal counsel concerning existing litigation, the case of Daniel Rodriguez versus City of Baldwin Park, as well as DJCBP Corporation doing business as Tier 1 versus City of Baldwin Park. City Council heard an update on both of those cases, and we have no reportable action. There was also a brief discussion regarding property negotiations concerning the properties listed on the agenda. City Council heard an update on those two matters, and there is no reportable action. There was also discussion of a liability claim related to K8 Investor Holdings. City Council heard presentation from City Attorney and staff, and we have no reportable action on that item. And then finally, there were public employee performance evaluations as well as labor negotiation discussions concerning the employees listed on the agenda. City Council conducted these performance evaluations along with the assistance of the CEO, and we have no reportable action on those items. That concludes the report.
Great, thank you for that, City Attorney. So at this moment, I will move to adjourn the special meeting. Can I have a second? Second. Any objections? If not, the special meeting is adjourned and we continue with our regular meeting. We do have an announcement. The City Council are also members of the Board of Directors of the Housing Authority and Finance Authority. which are concurrently convening with the City Council this evening, and each council member is paid an additional stipend of $30 for attending the Housing Authority meeting and $50 for attending the Finance Authority meeting. There is proclamations, commendations, and presentations, and we are going to go ahead and ask our former captain to come and join us up here at the dais. Izzy, are you wearing the wrong uniform? Up here, up here. Now we can get everything out of the way. Yeah, just get everything out of the way. And then, all right. Yeah, it would have been nice if you wore the Baldwin Park uniform one last time, but it's, yeah, but it's okay. So Captain Hofford has been with the City of Baldwin Park for over 35 years, and now he is leaving to Irwindale to be their new chief of police. So we're very excited for Captain Hofford. A little bit sad, but we're excited to know that you'll be partnering with our chief on a different level, and working side by side, and literally jurisdiction right next to jurisdiction. So when we fight about who has to take care of the traffic collision on Ramona, you'll help us out on that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Christopher Hofford, captain for the Baldwin Park Police Department, and your career spans from May 1987 to April 2023. In recognition of over 35 years of service with the City of Baldwin Park, we commend you for the unconditional dedication you have given the police department, colleagues, residents, and our community. Thank you for the many duties you performed and for your professionalism in law enforcement. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. April 19th, 2023, Emmanuel J. Estrada, Mayor, Monica Garcia, Mayor Pro Tem, and our council members, Alejandra Avila, Gina Mayala, and Daniel Damian, and our City Clerk, Christopher Sands, and our City Treasurer, Joanna Valenzuela.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any words for us?
Sure, yes. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council, staff, and members of the community. This has been a very bittersweet process for me. On the one hand, I'm achieving a new goal in my career. On the other hand, I'm leaving home. And this has been my home since I was 20 years old. And a lot of fond memories here. I've worked with some amazing people here. And I'm so happy with all the new hires that Baldwin Park has made, adding more quality people to a department that's already very high quality. Just thank you. I don't have much else to say, but thank you. And I know this place is in great hands moving forward. And I will be working with Chief Lopez on some collaboration. We've talked a little bit about it already. I have a couple more ideas that I'd like to share with him, ways that we can work together for the mutual benefit of both of our cities. So thank you again. Thank you.
You're not going to start taking any of our new hires, are you?
No, no.
So as everyone's getting ready to take another picture, I just want to say, Chief Hofford, Thank you so much for the 35 years of service that you provided to not only the Baldwin Park Police Department, but to our community as well. And we wish you the best of luck, and I know that we're going to continue to work together. So thank you, Chief.
Chief, I just want to say congratulations. You have been an amazing asset to the city of Baldwin Park. You have trained many officers that have done an excellent job. You trained some of our new ones. You've been here for them. We appreciate everything that you have done. It's bittersweet. I'm very excited for you for your new career move because I know it's something that you've been wanting, but it's sad because we won't get to have you here. But knowing that you will be working with our city to make sure that we continue to move forward is exciting as well. Congratulations to you and to your family because I know your family's super excited as well. Congratulations.
Chief, I also want to congratulate you on this next step in your career. It's certainly well-deserved, and you've worked hard for it. I want to thank you for your service to this community for the last 35 years. And you've seen the department through a lot of changes, and so thank you for your commitment here. And if you were going to leave home, I guess, going to the neighboring city is not too bad, right? I mean, there's some comfort level there. So I look forward to the collaboration moving forward and just the friendly neighbors that we are and that you'll facilitate along with our chief. So thank you. Thank you. Oh, can we also get the officers, the police department representatives up here so you can get a photo? Yeah, you will. We'll introduce you in a second. I think they're just like wanting to take the photos first, and then you can. Yeah. If anything, I just even. Yeah, definitely. No, we'll make sure. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, no, we'll definitely get. Hey guys, don't be afraid to come on this side too. Now it's like left-sided in. Oh. Yeah.
So that you know. Hola.
We also have a guest here. Oh, we have, do you want to introduce? Okay.
I just a quick department picture while everyone's up here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, minus that one.
Hello, Christopher Hofford, or Captain Christopher Hofford. My name is Crystal Lopez, and I am here on behalf of the Senator Susan Rubio to present you also a certificate. And just want to let you know that 35 years of loyalty and shows your character of being passionate towards your career. So here goes. On behalf of the California State Senate, it is my honor to recognize your outstanding service to the Baldwin Police Department. I commend your 35 years of service in putting your life on line to protect and serve to the community. Your dedication and leadership to public safety within the Senate 22 district and beyond is greatly appreciated. From the Senator Susan Rubio. Excuse me, Michael.
So a big congratulations to the new chief of Irwindale. I'm sure your commute's not changing much, so that's a benefit. Very nice. And we're excited for you, and we're glad we'll be able to see you at the borderline.
The border crossing.
Are you taking everybody's down? I'll have to ask Monica. You may not want to. I said they'll take these out if everybody cares because you're.
Doesn't matter. I mean, does it really do anything?
So let's have them take it down.
It's just a visual.
Enrique, you can take ours down, Enrique. Enrique, you can take ours down. I'm serious. This thing will fall. I don't think it's like.
All righty. So once again, congratulations to the chief. We're very excited for you, and we're very thankful for all your work and dedication to the city of Baldwin Park. And we know Irwindale is in good hands. So we look forward to continued partnerships. Thank you.
Mayor, before we move on to public communications, I'd like to close on behalf
Yes.
of someone, but I'll give it a second.
Yeah, just give it a couple minutes.
Danny, do you mind getting a photo of us? Well, they're kind of still celebrating over there.
Oh, because we're matching? We got our Sadie's pick.
Your Sadie's pick. You guys wearing the same colors?
Yeah, we're matching.
Ready? Are the festivities calm, sorry?
We're trying to feel young again, okay?
We have a tendency to.
We're gonna start a yearbook, Monica.
Yes, I actually have the yearbook. I gotta send you the picture when we were freshmen.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, trust me, I have it. You don't need to send it to me.
Oh.
All righty.
I know, huh?
So we are going to go ahead and move on to public communications.
Oh, Mayor, let me go ahead and close on
Yes,
behalf of.
go ahead.
So I want to extend our condolences to former council member Paul Hernandez in the sudden passing of his mom. And also wanted to read off, a bio about her. Clara Gonzalez Hernandez was born on March 20th, 1947 in Morelia, Michoacan. Her journey to California started in Tijuana, Mexico, where her aunt and cousins resided. It was there that she met her soon-to-be husband, Pablo Tavera, in 1964. While living in Tijuana, Claire and Pablo adopted, if you will, somewhat of a son, Guillermo Nacho Morena, and he became part of their family. Claire welcomed Nacho into their family and provided a loving and nurturing environment, and that kind of served as an example of the person that she always was and grew to be even more so. In 1974, Claire and Pablo moved to Burbank, where they raised their two children, Paul Hernandez and Erica Hernandez. During her life, Claire was known as a compassionate and loving individual who found a passion for serving others. Along the way, she was an entrepreneur, which also allowed her to transition from a factory worker and janitor to owning her own successful janitorial company, employing over 50 people. Her pride was her family and her children, who instilled in her commitment to education, curiosity, and adventure. Her countless acts of love, kindness, and resourcefulness are the values ingrained into her children and her family, and for which she will be remembered. So we just want to extend our condolences and our prayers. And I will work with the city clerk to make sure that there is a scroll prepared. And I would also ask that we send flowers on behalf of the city of Baldwin Park for the services. Thank you.
I would also like to send my condolences to Councilmember Hernandez and his family as well.
I wish to send condolences as well to Councilmember Hernandez and the family. Thank you.
Yes, we definitely want to make sure we show our support during these hard times. So thank you for sharing with us, Mayor Pro Tem, and our city will make sure we do our part. So at this moment, we'll move on to our consent calendar. Oh, sorry, public comment. City Clerk, is there anybody looking to speak?
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, we have not received a request for comment.
Thank you for that, City Clerk. At this moment, if anybody's looking to speak that didn't fill out a speaker card, now is your time.
Good evening, City of Baldwin Park and residents and those who are watching. As you probably know, I'm the city clerk here in El Monte, over there in El Monte. I know I forgot to give you my business cards. I want to offer you my business cards so you guys can pass them around. I know it's going to be as congratulations to our city clerk from Christopher. I know we're probably going to be hopefully one day working in conferences or anything like that, and I'm willing to work with you as well. First of all, I just want to say that it was an honor working for the city of Baldwin Park, 4 years at the senior center. So I just want to say thank you to Manny for those 4 years. And I want to say thank you to the seniors, our volunteers like Javier Navarro and the rest that working for the seniors have been an honor and a privilege, right? But at the same time, building that relationships with with the community here in Baldwin Park has been a very tremendous asset and a value to them. It's just working with the seniors is just like a family. You never thought it was going to happen. And I know a lot of us recreation leaders have a lot of relationships with our community stakes, not just with the seniors, but with our families and programs. Unfortunately, there's other opportunities that I had to explore, but I just want to say that my gratitude goes to the incredible team that I work with, especially at the senior center, the staff, also the volunteers too, that they don't get recognition that much. If they do, it's to that very minimum, but also to the WYCA food program, they should be getting more recognition and getting pushed more on helping more volunteers. Because again, when I worked there, things needs to change. And what I mean to change is that there needs to be this recommendation about the TB test. I mean, they're not touching food. It's a whole different process. And for me working there, it was just me and other staff that were right there. This has to come to a stop and to actually get volunteers out there, because it's not fair that when I worked to work there and others were out there putting, our efforts, times, but for the volunteers, it was just minimum. And there needs to be the management at the senior center really needs to have that, minimize the micromanaging. So with that, a lot of seniors and staff are not happy about it. I'm not gonna mention names because I know I'm protecting their identity. And I'm not here to speak just because I'm a disgruntled employee, whatever it may be. No, it's not. I really hope there's evaluations on management within the Parks and Recs. I'm talking about the senior center, because a lot of seniors are very not happy. I know my time is going to be up, but I'm going to pass out my business cards around. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, City Council audience out there watching on TV or internet. I showed you this picture about Royal Coaches. I got a flat tire. It was 413 and 414 and 414. The sweeper comes around. You think that is fair for Royal Coaches? They don't belong to AAA no more. They have a bad attitude. They didn't pick up the trash. That is contamination right there. And you can look at it by state law. they're violating a lot of laws. And for Almani to have them right there and do the violations, you can see it right there. And throwing it into the trash can, that's contamination. So I can be fined, and they're not being fined. So you mean to tell me a police officer has to do the duties to pick up the bolts and everything right there? That is not fair. The trash right there, they should be reprimanded. Take away whatever they have right there. I don't have nothing against them, but I got a flat tire for being stupid myself. And they don't deserve to be like that. Please pay attention to your city and to Royal Coaches. I apologize to coming in and looking at what they're doing bad illegally. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Brenna Bolanos, and I'm a Baldwin Park resident for nearly 25 years. I was home alone with my dog on March 25th at approximately 3:50 p.m. My dog was attacked by two neighborhood dogs, a German Shepherd and a boxer, who lived 3 houses down from mine. One of the dogs, a boxer who pushed me from behind, having his whole body weight on my knee, hearing a large snap as he was going after my dog. Because of this incident, I fractured my left tibia. As a result, I went to the First Hospital Queen of the Valley emergency room with a wait time over 5 hours, and they couldn't provide me a wheelchair or immediate care. I went to the Kaiser ER and been told I would need surgery within a week. And dealing with my injury insurance and having the strength to pick myself up mentally, I called Animal Control on Wednesday, March 29, to file a report, and nothing happened. No one came to my house for that statement or for the investigation. I went to the police station on April 3rd to file a report between 4:30 to 5 p.m. and been told by the clerk that this is not a police matter, this is an animal control matter. Unless the dogs bit me, then they could do something about it. I went to the Baldwin Park Animal Shelter only to been told to fill out a statement on paper at home, and later some animal control officer will conduct an interview at my home while they conduct the investigation. Called on Monday, April 17, the animal control officer said that those emailed the higher ups. Until this day, 21 days later, no one came to my house and conducted that interview for that investigation. I feel like I'm being let down by the city because of these dogs are occasionally keep roaming outside free with no repercussions to the owners. And this is not the first incident with these owners where I previously was bitten by another dog from the same house who also lives there. And this dog also attacks some of the other dogs of the neighbors as well. And just so far, I just feel like I'm being let down. Like I have a broken leg. I fractured my tibia. I had surgery, and I feel like no one's gonna help me.
City Clerk, can you please take down her contact information?
Chief, and then also, can you, if she went to the police department, she stated on April 3rd between 4:30 to 5 p.m. to file a report. Can we find out why it is that a report was not taken unless she was, according to what she said, was bitten by a dog? But then again, if this goes into a civil matter, it would be helpful for her to have a report in hand if she has to go to court. Wouldn't that be the case? Please, thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
Chief, I think it would be appropriate to document the incident. I mean, it is a public safety issue. And who could reach out to animal control at the county to facilitate a conversation?
I have, yeah, and I do have the email for their direct. You know, we've been going through those meetings with them, so we can facilitate the connection between them and their upper ups at the county.
And I would also say, you know, maybe there are some resources at the Family Service Center that can, you know, help her. Some services. Yeah. I mean, it's clearly life-changing, so thank you.
You can go ahead, Mr. Tuttle.
Ready? Okay. I wasn't going to make a comment on this, but after hearing this young lady's problems, I can testify. I called up animal control. We tried the police department too. We had 2 pit bulls underneath a car. Hot. It was over 100 degrees last summer. Guy comes out. Oh, they got water. Well, and they're chained up. And these are pit bulls. They're vicious. And they wouldn't take them away. Finally, after the 3rd attempt and threatening them, they finally took them away. These guys don't do anything. We pay a lot of money for their services, and they do absolutely nothing, the bare minimum. So I think the city needs to look into this and give them, let them know that we expect the high services here in Baldwin Park. And this is just another typical thing of what they do. They don't care, but we spend a lot of money for it. Also, some of you council members and city manager and Ron Garcia and the chief all got an email from me, and I met Mr. Garcia came over and talked to me and said he was in contact with the chief. I see that we've got hope that maybe we can reconcile our differences and get this thing fixed with Royal Coaches and make them obey the law. They're not above the law. And it seems they do this always on the weekends. And they seem to think they can build and do and not take out permits for renting houses out and spaces out. It seems to be they can do whatever they want. We need to rein this in. And there's also a building that's a problem over there too, that they build illegally. But I'm hoping that with talking to Ron, that we'll get together next month and we'll discuss all this other issues. But I'm hoping that the city's going to start. I take pictures, clear pictures. These trucks are parked there. But then when code goes over 2 or 3 hours later, they might not be there. We need to do something. These pictures are proof. They're evidence. Should be able to cite. If we start citing this, it'll stop, and you'll get me out of your hair. So I would appreciate that we come up with some kind of thing that you guys can do with this and make it happen. And like I say, with the people with this dog pound, the city needs to really clamp down on them, because this isn't right, the way that they treat the people over there and the animals that they're picking up and saying, well, we'll just leave them out in the hot sun. Thank you very much.
Buenas noches a todos. Voy a platicar un poco acerca de lo que me pasó esta semana antepasada, el 4/8. Llegué a la casa de mi hermano a festejar un cumpleaños de los sobrinos. y me iba a estacionar ahí en la calle pública, había mucho parking, mucho estacionamiento. Y el vecino que de la esquina de los Susquehanna y la Baldwin Park Boulevard no me dejaba parquear. Dijo que no podía parquear. Le dije, ¿por qué no? Si es pública la calle. Y lo que hizo él, me quitó la cachucha del carro, me la aventó a la calle y pues estuvo mal lo que hizo, tuve que ir a levantarla yo. Entonces después me quitó la llave del carro otra vez y no me la quiso dar. Y volví a llamar a la dispatcher y tardaron un poco para llegar y dice, ya tiro la llave, no puedo salir del carro porque si salgo me pega, le dije. Está muy agresivo el muchacho conmigo, entonces yo quisiera que ese muchacho lo arrestaran o hicieran algo contra él porque es muy agresivo y pues, lo que hizo para mí no está bien. Le pegó a mi carro al lado derecho el espejo y lo quebró. Y la policía no levantó reporte, no levantó nada. Dos policías muy jóvenes que no tienen experiencia tal vez para hacer reportes. Arroyo y Méndez. Y dijeron que no había evidencias. Y pues si el muchacho ya se fue como a ver evidencias, quieren que me pegue, que yo esté sangrando o algo para que haya evidencias, tienen que hablar con él o arrestarlo, porque había mucha gente viendo allí. Entonces deben de hacer algo para que ese muchacho no continúe haciendo cosas, ¿verdad? Yo quiero que hablen con él y no sé si me va a pagar el daño de mi carro también, porque yo no he hablado con él, que no puedo hablar con él, solamente la policía que tiene que hablar con él. Y eso pues es una parte. Otra parte, como yo soy mecánico, tengo mi negocio, otra parte, práctica diferente. Tuve una grúa, me llevó un carro a mi taller, el 922, que hace como 4 o 5 meses. Cuando el cliente no va, yo hago lince a los carros, ¿ok? Y cuando le hice linceo, resulta que estaba robado el carro. Ese carro se lo llevó a la policía, pero a mí no me dieron ni un papel. Entonces yo, el puro storage me deben 4,000 y algo. Lo levantó Royal Coches. ¿Por qué te dije que levantó Royal Coches y a mí me pertenecía el carro? El que va a ganar es él, no yo. Ese carro pertenece a mí en storage, porque fue para chequeo y el carro nunca se levantó hasta que yo lo reporté. Porque Royal Coches va a ser dinero fácil sin costarle nada. El carro sube en mi negocio por tantos meses y ese dinero yo lo pierdo. Entonces quiero que ese carro se regrese conmigo o a ver qué van a hacer con Royal Coches. Y otro capítulo diferente, y queremos también seguir hablando de lo mismo de siempre. En Walmart atrás ya tenemos casi paredes Tijuana, hay mucha ropa colgada en los fence.
Muchas gracias, pero ya se terminó el
Hay
tiempo.
carritos de marquetas allí, hay sofaces, hay camas, hay todo, y graffiti no estamos limpiando. Queremos limpiar, no podemos porque no hay ayuda. Y es todo, gracias.
Good evening to all of you. I will tell you what happened to me on 4/8. I went to my brother's house to celebrate a birthday, and I was parking my vehicle on the public street on Buena Park Boulevard, and then this neighbor of my brother's came out and told me that I couldn't park there, and he took away my key and threw it away. And I told him, "Why are you doing this? Because this is public property. I can park here." He took the key and threw it away. And then I told him that I couldn't leave the car because I was afraid that he was going to hit me. And he, as a matter of fact, he hit the right mirror of my car and broke it. And 2 police officers, apparently rather new, officers Arroyo and Mendez, showed up, and they didn't write a report because they said there wasn't any evidence to do so. They needed to see something broken. They needed to see me hit, perhaps bleeding, in order to collect evidence. These young men need to stop doing that, because this harasses everyone in the city. I have suffered some damages, and I hope that I will collect some money for the damages caused to my car. On another topic, I should let you know that I'm a mechanic, and on 9/22, a few months ago, a tow truck brought a vehicle to my shop, and the client didn't show up. And after review, it was established that the vehicle was a stolen car. And they owe me $4,000 in storage for this issue. And the people at Royal Coach have obtained the benefit of that tow. Why have they obtained the benefit of that tow when that belongs to me? They have collected this money without doing anything when that belongs to me. And as usual, I have to mention that behind Walmart, there is clothing, they're hanging clothing, there is graffiti, there are other issues that need to be cleaned and all that. Thank you.
John Rios, resident. I've been taking some pictures in the weekends of vendors, tamales, flowers, you name it, panderetas, everything. I talked today to a dispatcher for the code enforcement and left a message for Cardos. That's his area on Food for Less, the gas station, Taco Bell, and all that. That's his area. And it was probably around 2 o'clock, 2:30. And right now, before I came over here, I went through there again, and they still haven't picked up anything of what they're selling right there. It's just flowers. Yes, it's flowers. But at the same time, we're taking away from Food for Less and any store that's selling flowers, okay? And that's not the issue. The issue is that he's been cited already and nothing being done. Are we gonna have to go like San Bernardino is doing, Anaheim, Santa Ana, getting the stuff and throwing everything away? In San Bernardino, what they're doing right now on the taco vendors and everything, they come pick them up, equipment and all, the meat, everything. They put bleach on the meat. If they don't have no more room on their truck, and they'll put bleach on the food. Because if you leave the food and you just give them a citation, they're gonna keep on selling. We have cleaned up the city a lot. You know, I'm not taking, you know, we have gone a lot in a year, you know, but the person that was doing it, he left the city, you know. And it seems like the code enforcement and those departments under Ron, there's the people that are leaving. I had a conversation with Enrique, and he told me, well, you know, cities are offering them more. But there are people that have been here 10, 15 years. Why are they going to go someplace else, drive further away? Are they happy? No, it's the responsibility of the CO. What's happening? In the past, I would say 8 months, we lost around 5, 6 people from that area. It's time for you to open your eyes, Enrique. Why are those people leaving? Okay? Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council, all those who are listening or watching. My name is Paul Flores, pastor of Church of the Redeemer here in Baldwin Park. I just wanted to offer a time to just say thank you to the council and the police department. We've had, unfortunately, 3 significant deaths recently that put a lot of stress on our parking and street and church for funerals and memorials. And I was very grateful to just get some support additional from police just to come by just to make sure everything was fine and just drive by. So I greatly appreciate that. I also want to draw attention to the public hearing number 9 on the agenda, the CDBG grant that will be presented. We are part of that and have been part of that as the food program for the city. And we put in additional requests to continue that privilege of being the food program for the city. Our grant request is slightly higher than we received previously, $15,000, because of the additional demand, unfortunately, and the necessity for food. We have seen a huge spike in that need since COVID, and we are very grateful for the partnership with the city, including the CDBG funds, to help us continually to feed the city through that. As a church, we've been feeding the city for over 25 years and several generations within our church. Part of our model is to be part of the solution to the situations that occur in our city, and our model of redeeming the community through service and in love. I just want to thank you for your consideration to allow us to continue to partner as part of the CDBG program and being the food bank for the city, to allow us that opportunity to continue to show compassion for those who unfortunately have experienced some tough and difficult times. So we hope that our scope of services can continue to include our homeless, low-income, seniors on fixed housing, and physically and developmentally disabled children, adults that come to receive food. And you'll have before you our application, which shows the dramatic rise in participants and clients currently, and our projection for next fiscal year as well too. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be part of this grant historically, and the consideration to be part of the grant moving forward. Thank you. God bless you.
Anybody else looking to speak?
Good evening, everyone. Well, I'm here to talk regarding the CDBG. I guess I was supposed to come up here now, but we have the two programs. And first of all, I wanted to say thank you for the support. So I don't know if you guys have any questions, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys support us and continue to support for the programs. Last year for the CDBG, we received $19,000. And then for the domestic violence, we received $22,000. So with both programs, we continue to do everything possible that we can for everybody that comes up to ask us for help. And we will continue as long as you guys support us and we have the actual funds to be able to do this. One of the things that we have noticed though is that for the boot camp, it continues to grow every year. We have more students coming, the parents coming and asking for help. So we're trying to make sure that the program is throughout the school year twice a year. So that gets the fiscal for the whole budgeting kind of falls out of the whole school year. So wanted to see if we could figure something out for that. And for the domestic violence, we have the CDBG, of course. And with that, we wanted to ask for a little bit more help as well, because we are sending more families into different hotels and serving them more food and giving them more support for that as well. So just wanted to talk to you guys about that and ask for your guys' support to continue supporting us.
Great, thank you. So Cynthia, for the record, just state your name and your agency, and then hopefully you hopefully you're here for the public hearing when we bring up the actual item, okay?
My name is Cynthia Espinosa with the Baldwin Park Police Department. I'm so sorry.
Great, and then we'll hear you again for the public hearing, correct?
Oh my God. Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, if anybody else looking to speak? If not, we'll go ahead and move on to closed public communication. And we'll start off with our consent calendar.
Mayor, just a point of order, we have to close public communications.
Yeah, so we're going to move on to our consent calendar and closed public communication. And then, so consent calendar, and I believe that there was a typo on our agenda, and item number 11 is actually a part of our consent calendar, so we'll treat item 11 as part of the consent calendar. If anybody is looking to pull any items for questions, comments, discussion, now is your time.
Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to pull number 7.
Okay. Any other items? If not, we'll make a motion to pass items number 1 through 8, including and adding 11, excluding item number 7. I have then that's a motion. Can I have a second? City Clerk, roll call, please.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mayor. Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Councilmember Avila, Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Great. Thank you for that. Councilwoman Ayala, you have the floor with item number 7.
Thank you, Mayor. I just had a really quick question regarding the additional appropriation to cover expenditures, Chief. Number 7. I read your brief summary, and I understand the sum of $89,000 that you're looking to add to finish out the rest of the year. Okay. I guess I just wanted I know that you kind of briefly in a sentence blurb said where they would be going, where the money would be coming from, or going to, I should say, and what they were regarding. I guess my concern is, or my question is regarding, was there a reason for it being added later than sooner? Only because last week or last time we met, we had a mid-year budget review, and it wasn't added in there. And according to the expenditures for your department, you've already had an additional $581,332, if I read it correctly, from your initial request. So I guess I'm just asking for clarification. Was there a reason why it wasn't included initially? Okay, thank you, Chief.
Good afternoon, Councilwoman. The reason for the additional funds is kind of twofold. One, you bring up a great question in regards to why wasn't this done at the mid-year review of the budget. I think that was just one of those things with the transition of the captain becoming the chief over at Irwindale and me taking over his position and getting myself acclimated to the budget. We had missed that window by probably a week or two. So that's on me, just trying to learn a new role. I take responsibility for that. As far as for the additional funds, the majority of it, which we find to be beneficial, comes from the additional hires that we're making for the PD to pay for the professional services, which includes their background, polygraph, psychological, medical expenses and stuff. And because the PD has been experiencing some success with our recruitment, comes the additional costs. So that's what the majority of it covers. The other expenses I just think weren't properly factored into the budget, meaning you bring up a great point. At the time of the mid-year budget review is for us to say, hey, this is what we anticipated. This is what our actuarials are. What do we need to forecast for the remainder of the year? That's sort of the process that I did. So when I contacted the finance department, they said because that process had already been completed, this was my only option. It was to present a staff report to the council, to the mayor.
Okay, thank you. I understand that. But Chief, just for future, we need to be totally upfront to the community and 581,000 increase, I understand. And then an additional, it's not included in that. Hopefully it's going to be altered in some way because it's going to be put, on the website for the community to see. So just for future reference, I'd appreciate it that it would be held accountable and in a timely manner. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Great. Any more questions, comments, concerns? If not, Councilwoman Ayala, you have the floor. Do you want to make a motion? Great. So I'll make a motion to approve number 7. Can I get a second? City Clerk, roll call, please.
Absolutely. Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Councilmember Avila, Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you for that, City Clerk. So we are down to item number 9, public hearing. Public hearing and consideration of adoption of amendment number 3, substantial to fiscal year 2019-20 Annual Action Plan for Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, and Home Investment Partnerships Act, also known as HOME, Program Federal Funds. Chief Deputy City Clerk, if you could do me the favor and just add Pastor Flores and Cynthia Espinoza's comments during public communication over to the formal public hearing. That way they don't have to repeat themselves. All right? And that's the way it works, right? All right, City Attorney, thank you for that. So at this moment, we are going to go ahead and open it up for public hearing. And so I will formally open the public hearing and receive any public testimony regarding the item number 9, the home and CDBG funds. Anybody looking to speak in favor or opposition can do so now. Cynthia, you don't have to. Cynthia, you're okay. We transferred your comments. You're fine. Anyway, anybody else looking to speak in favor or opposition of the CDBG funds and the home funds, now is your time. Looking that nobody's looking to said that.
Mayor, so the item for the CDBG action plan was item number 8, which is not a public hearing.
No, we have a public hearing for item number 9.
Yes, and that public hearing is specific to a CDBG CV, which is COVID related.
Oh, City Attorney, you lying to me over here. All right.
Just so,
So the comments were okay.
the comments were okay. The item number 8 is the draft annual action plan. We intend to bring this back on the May 3rd meeting. So we could, depending if we can reorg the.
Wait, but if you look at item number 9, you have the new applications, but it's CV. Okay, CDBG CV. Okay, gotcha. So we're okay. Okay, so anybody looking to speak for item number 9 can speak now.
Let them finish that.
So there was no need to transfer the comments over is the dilemma here. But other than that, we're okay.
So let's,
So can we go back really quick
well,
to
let's do
comment number
public
8?
speaking first and then
Yes,
let's
and then-
close it
Okay.
and then we can discuss it.
So public hearing for item number 9. Ron.
There is I just noticed on the agenda, so the draft, item number 9 should have been a consent item. I think when it populated, it got it wrong. But no, item number 8 should be the public hearing. Number 9 should be the consent item.
So we do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
we're gonna go ahead and let City Attorney solve this with Ron. We'll take a small breather.
So number 8 should be the public hearing, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just have them both.
Written wrong. And 9 should have been on the consent calendar.
Already approved.
Yeah. So then we have to vote on it again.
Marco's got an answer.
All right. City Attorney. take it away.
Unfortunately, it's not an answer you're going to want to hear. Item number 8, which is the one that requires a public hearing, unfortunately was not listed under a public hearing. And so pursuant to the Brown Act requirements that require us to list the action that is supposed to be taken anytime there's a public hearing, we're going to have to instead continue that item and put it back on the next agenda as a public hearing item. Item number 9, which does not require a public hearing, you can take action on.
For 8 will be on.
Yes.
Already approved it on consent.
Approved it.
So what do we
It's
do?
not gonna matter if we bring it back. We're just gonna do it right the next time.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, item number 9 doesn't.
I mean, ordinarily you could do a motion to reconsider, but we're just gonna put it on the next agenda anyway.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I have a quick question. So Ron, since we're gonna bring this back to the agenda next meeting as a public hearing, are we gonna be able to make modifications at that time? As for example, what Pastor Flores from Church of the Redeemer and then Cynthia spoke about regarding the domestic violence and the Pride platoon?
At that time, yes, we can. And then, yes, we can.
All right.
And we're good with the deadline as far as filing this report?
Let me, hold on one
I
sec.
think that there was a time sensitive for this. Yeah.
Michelle, do you know if the deadline is? Come to the microphone. Michelle.
Good evening, everyone.
I'm Michelle Bravo. I'm the senior housing specialist, and between the changes in staffing, I took over with this process. So the public comment period is for the CDBG CV. Today was the last day for public comment, so it is a public hearing. We didn't receive any public comments in regards to that. That is an amendment to our fiscal year 1920 annual action plan.
So with regards to how the items are listed, Michelle?
So typically, in prior years, and I do apologize, I haven't been included in the council meeting since Susie was here, so there's been a gap in how things have been done. But typically, it is on the agenda as a consent item. The public service agencies do come in and speak during public comment period, and you're welcome to ask questions. But we're presenting to you our recommendations, and the application should have gone to you beforehand.
So item number 8 is correctly placed on consent.
Correct.
If council were to want to make changes or
Then
they
if
can,
that-
you would pull it as a,
Correct.
Okay.
So we should have pulled it if we had.
Or wanted to make adjustments to the recommendations that were on there.
Okay.
Yes.
Why don't we take a 5-minute recess? Gives time for Marco to figure out the agenda, and then we can come back, and that way we're not just kind of going back and forth on the mic.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and recess for 5 minutes, and then we'll come back.
Thank you for everything you've been
Yes.
doing. Thanks. Excuse me.
No, because, and that's kind of how I read it. That's normally the way we do it.
has been properly noticed both on this agenda as well as the agendas that have been posted along the various facilities that we have. So you may take action on item 9 after the conclusion of the public hearing.
Okay, so we're good to continue as is. All right, so public hearing. So we opened up the public hearing. It seemed like nobody was looking to speak. I believe we closed it, and I believe we are now at the level where council and staff can make any comments, questions, concerns. And so I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to council. Council, any questions, comments, or concerns regarding item number 9?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mark.
I think we for not took a break. We muted. So can the city attorney repeat what he said again in the public?
Sure. City Attorney, one more time for everybody, please.
Item number 8, which has already been voted upon, is the item where the council is looking to make potential amendments. That item is a draft plan, a draft action plan that is currently under public review. And so it's coming back at the May 3rd meeting. So the council will have an opportunity at that point to make changes to that. It will be a public hearing item. Item number 9 is properly agendized, and you may take action on item number 9 tonight. We checked both the agenda that is online as well as the posted agenda in the various facilities, and those agendas are consistent with each other, so there is no issue regarding noticing.
All right, City Attorney, thank you for that. So we are at item number 9. Council, any questions, comments, or concerns? If not, seeing that there's no comments or questions and that we've done the public hearing for item number 9, go ahead and approve the item number 9. Can I have a second? City Clerk, roll call, please.
Yes, Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Councilmember Avila, Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you for that, City Attorney. We are down to, City Clerk. I don't know. We're all.
I'll take it. Thank you.
You could take that title. You could take the title, not the pay. Reports of officers. We have the awards of contract for the July Pyrotechnics Show. And so, Manny, is there anything we should keep an eye on for item number 10?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, council members. We issued an RFP. City Council approved that on March 1st. And the vendor came back. We sent out the RFP to numerous vendors, and we had one vendor come back. And unfortunately, they are not available on July 4th. So the question you have before you this evening is the date you would like to select. Saturday, July 1st, Sunday, July 2nd, or Monday, July 3rd.
Manny, is this the vendor that we used last year?
Yes, sir, it is the vendor that we utilized last year. We did solicit other vendors, although we did have some technical issues last year. This is probably one of the premier vendors in the United States. They perform at Dodger Stadium, the Rose Bowl, and other venues of that nature. I feel pretty confident that if we issue the agreement to this vendor, we should not encounter any issues.
Yeah, so I think the vendor was really good, except for the beginning.
The beginning was a little.
Gave you some time to shine.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a rough start. Apparently, there were some technical difficulties with the battery, but after a long 3 or 4 minutes, it was resolved.
So just the only question, I thought part of the agreement was that we would be able to lock in a July 4th date for this year.
Yes, we asked the vendor that. They are short technicians. It is a very specialized field. So as soon as we issue this agreement, I will be pursuing with this vendor or another vendor and lock them in for a multi-year agreement.
Okay. So what do we?
So we have to pick from these.
So
three?
yes, if staff's recommendation, it would be July 3rd because the 4th, some folks have that day off, so then they could sleep in, but any of the days would work. Once again, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, July 1, 2, or 3.
But then, so doesn't what time does our event start?
Our event starts at 5 p.m. with the fireworks going off at about 9:15 p.m.
But Monday's a regular work day, right?
Monday is a regular
Yes.
work day.
Tuesday is the holiday.
Yes.
So either way, if we have it Sunday, then people have to go to work Monday.
We did have it
Saturday.
we did have it a few days earlier last year. It seemed to work out, although it was a few days earlier. Attendance was a little down, but it was still very successful.
Probably
I
Saturday.
think Saturday would work.
Yeah, so Saturday, and just don't call it the 4th of July Spectacular, because then it's kind of weird to have the 4th of July Spectacular on the on the 2nd or 1st of July.
Independence
And
Day
I-
Spectacular.
Yeah, and then hopefully that
Okay.
doesn't throw anybody off on the date. But
We will work on the title of the program.
yeah, and then just make sure that we do a lot of advertising for it so that nobody misses out.
Yes,
I agree,
sir.
that was a really good vendor. Okay.
So we could send the information to the school district to make sure
Absolutely.
they advertise properly.
School district has been great partners, and they're actually co-sponsors of this event since
Right.
it is on their property. So if I'm hearing correctly, the city council is selecting Saturday, July 1st.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So what are we, July 1st? So we'll make a motion to pass for number, what item was it? Sorry.
10.
For item number 10 and picking July 1st as the tentative date. Is there a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Great, thank you for that, City Clerk. Item number 11, approval of consultant service agreement with, we already passed that one. And so item number 12, appointment of members of the Measure BP Stakeholder Oversight Committee, SOC, application process. It is recommended the City Council receive and file this report. Enrique, do you want to go ahead and give us a brief overview of item number 12?
Thank you, Mayor. We're making steady progress in bringing the Measure BP to real ground. Voters supported and approved the measure in the November election. The City Council had instructed us to go through a process for advertising and of the selection of the members of this stakeholder oversight committee, and this is a step in formalizing that process. You had already approved an ordinance that delineates the members, what categories, and all of that has already been codified. This now will begin, once you consider this report, will begin the public advertising for the position for the 7 members. And then we'll go through a review, and the steps that will follow is in the report, I list the milestones by which we expect to have information back to council. We will open the application process next week. We will keep it open for 30 days roughly. And depending on the interest and the applications that we receive, we can close it or extend it. We'll keep the council informed, of course. But we're expecting interest in these positions. And so, we're moving right along to ultimately have the committee selected by a drawing, as you had indicated, and as it's articulated in the ordinance. So the positions of each of the categories will be selected by a drawing from the pool of candidates that will be deemed qualified. Some positions, 4 out of the 7 require that the members be residents of the city, and the others require that they be affiliated with certain organizations, whether it's member of the clergy, a member of a sports committee or a sports organization, a member of a nonprofit organization, and so on. So we will do the minimum qualifications or the qualifications vetting, and then we will bring all of the pre-qualified candidates into the drawing that will take place in a public council meeting. which we are right now saying will be on, let me quickly look at the date by which we're saying the drawing will take place here at your council meeting. You have it on there? Okay, we are saying that we will have July 19th. So it's moving along at a very good pace, much as you had wanted us to.
So, quick question for you, Enrique. I know that you're going to be advertising this. How would the interested residents be able to get down? Are they going to have to download the application? Can they get a paper application? How would they access the application?
All of the above.
Okay.
So we will take in-person applications. We will, the form will be fillable, will be
PDF.
online.
Oh, we're getting fancy.
But it's, what is it called? It's activated. You can do it online. You can do it in person. We'll have every means.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Our tech savvy chief deputy city clerk and our graphics person, the Crystal, they both worked it all out.
Mr. Mayor, if I may I ask one question?
Sure.
So just want a point of clarification, since the Office of the City Clerk will be providing support to the committee. Has a date of the meeting been selected, date of the week?
No, and we're not at this point yet selecting a regular frequency, and then we'll discuss that with the members once we have them on board.
Understood. Thank you.
All right. If there's no more questions, we'll make a motion to approve. Can I have a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Absolutely. Mayor Estrada?
Yes.
Councilmember Damian?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia?
Yes.
Councilmember Avila? Councilmember Ayala?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you for that, City Clerk. City Council acting as a successor agency of the dissolved Community Development Commission. We do have a treasurer's report and a warrants and demand, so I'm going to go ahead and make a motion to pass SA1 and SA2. Can I have a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Estrada?
Yes.
Councilmember Damian?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia?
Yes.
Councilmember Avila? Yes. Councilmember Ayala?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Great, and we do have two consent calendars for the Housing Authority regular meeting and the Finance Authority meeting. So I'll go ahead and make a motion to pass those two consent calendars at once. Can I get a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Absolutely. Mayor Estrada?
Yes.
Councilmember Damian?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia?
Yes.
Councilmember Avila? Yes. Councilmember Ayala?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Great. Thank you for that, City Clerk. Councilmember Damian, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. So mine is to seek consensus from my council colleagues to direct staff, including the CEO, Director of Recreation and Community Services, the Chief of Police, Director of Finance, and HR Manager to develop a plan for the city to hire park rangers to provide security at the city's parks and present such a plan to the City Council.
Great. Yeah, I think that's a
Great idea.
idea. If I can add to it, I would just add that we maybe look at, the Sheriff's Department have a security detail. Which are not officers, it's more of a security team. Might be something to look at as you try to navigate this. If that's okay with you, Councilmember Damian?
Yeah, whatever options that we can get, bring us back some options, see what makes more sense. The point is just to get a little bit more safety in our parks, because I know that, patrols, we need them out on the streets, but just have these park rangers be, an extension of the police department, so that this way there's that presence there, and our residents feel safe going to the parks again. Perfect. Thank you, Chief.
I want to add, it doesn't have to do with hiring, but speaking of the parks, if we can make sure, Sam, that the lights are always functioning at the parks. I know there's been times, for example, Hilda Solis, that lights are out and it's very dark. So we need to make sure that the parks are constantly being monitored and make sure that the lights are always working, please, to add to the safety.
Great. Any other comments? If not, it is 8:26. We are done with official city business. And, we do want to, before we adjourn, we do want to adjourn in memory of former council members Paul Hernandez's mom, and make sure that city council and city staff show our support, especially for those services, as Mayor Pro Tem mentioned. And so it is 8:26 p.m. and we will be adjourning our regular meeting. Can I have a second? Any objections? If not, meeting is adjourned. Good night, everybody.